How to automate group tracks in Ableton Live Session View. Hi, I'm Toby from abletondrummer.com. I have a few new hot devices here, which are all about changing different accessing return tracks, master track, and group tracks to automate those in Ableton Live Session View. So we're gonna focus here on the group track in this video, and we just need to set up this device here, this Max for Live device here, to control the group track. And as you can see here already, this Max for Live device here is now controlling the on and off switch, the volume, the pan, and if you want to do the split pan here as well, it can access the split left and split right here as well. You can assign this to the crossfader A, B here as well. And via this device, you are now able to set up MIDI clips here, MIDI dummy clips. So for example, if we set up a pan, if we want the group track to pan, this is now being set up here already, and you can see here, this automation here is now being applied to the group track, this pan automation in Ableton Live Session View. So how to set this up? Let's start from the beginning. So obviously you would need those devices here, and they come as a pack. Those are Max for Live devices. Max for Live is needed to make use of those. Max for Live is included in Ableton Live Suite or can be bought as an add-on towards Ableton Live Standard. You then place the device on a MIDI track. They are MIDI devices on purpose because it's really easy to create a clip on a MIDI track, because you can just double click on an empty clip slot, and this way you have a dummy clip you can use for setting up automations already real quick. So now let's set up a new group track here just to make things a little bit more obvious. Let's call this whatever. So now if we go to the device here, we just created a new group track, and we need to refresh the menu and to see all different group tracks here. So I hit refresh once, and now I have a menu down below here. I can select the track I want to access, the group track I want to access, and this device is for group tracks and will only show group tracks here. I hit then set, and the name is showing up, whatever, and it sets the device name to the same name here as well, which becomes very handy if we go to the envelope section in the clips. I just double click on a clip here, which brings me to the clip view, and in the clip view I have the envelope section, which is what our automations are called in Ableton Live Session View. And the beauty here is I know exactly which device to pick in the first window here, because it's taking over the name I set for the group track, and I mapped the group track to the device. So this name is showing up here, and now I get all the different things I can adjust. So let's adjust the volume, and let's maybe set it from a bit broader range. Maybe let's set it from -36, and then set a different breakpoint up here, and let's push this all the way up via click drag. So you click on the breakpoint you just created, and then you can move this around wherever you like. So now if I'm playing this clip here, we already have set an automation for the whatever group track for the volume here, and we can see this. If we make this a little bit bigger, we can see this is running as soon as the clip is playing here. So obviously you don't want to set up loops or maybe you want to set up loops, but usually you want to change a certain setting of a group track. Maybe you want to make it a little bit louder in some parts of your set. Maybe you want to make it a little bit quieter. Maybe you're in production as well, you're not in a live situation, and you just want to set certain parts, groups of tracks, certain parts you want to automate those all the way down, maybe, or do a fade out. So this is one option here to do an automation via using clips. Maybe let's set up one more. Maybe let's set up one for activating a group track automated. So if we select the speaker on, we can just have this being set up here. So now if I play this clip here, you can see this group track on and off switch is now being automated. And obviously, if we do one example, let's say you have a set where you want this group to turn on in a certain scene you are triggering. So now if we say we turn the loop off just to activate this track here. So if I now trigger the scene 6, it will trigger this clip here, and this clip has the automation to trigger the group whatever on. So if it's off, and now bam, you can see now the group track was automated to be on in Ableton Live session view. So as I mentioned, we have a few more things we can automate. So if you want to automate the pan setting here, the left-right setting, if you're going into split pan mode, that's possible as well. Obviously, then you have 2 parameters you can access and you can automate. And you have as well the AB for the crossfader, so you can assign a group to B to A, and then if the crossfader on the main track can now determine how much of the A defined tracks are going through or not. So if you're DJing, that could be an option for you as well here. Cool. So as I mentioned before, this is a full pack of 5 devices. It goes for automating the main track, automating return tracks, automating group tracks, and there are 2 more devices here for automating sends on tracks here as well, automating sends on group tracks, which is really cool that this is possible now. So if you're excited about that, follow the link in the video description below. Again, those are Max for Live devices, and you will need Max for Live, which is included in Ableton Live Suite, to make use of those. Take care, bye bye.